All right, let's cut the crap and dive right into this Muay Thai shit.
You got it.
You think it's just a bunch of meatheads kicking the hell out of each other, but trust me, there's a whole lot more to it. We got this stack of Wikipedia articles here. We're going to break down the history, the techniques, all the cultural stuff, and even some of the really fucked up aspects of it. Get ready for some serious knowledge bombs about the art of 8 limbs, as they call it.
Muay Thai, man, it goes way beyond brawling.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole history steeped in warfare. A lot of spiritual stuff, too, that might surprise you.
Spiritual. These guys are spiritual.
You know, yeah, there's some dark corners that we can't really ignore.
All right, so let's rewind this shit all the way back. Wikipedia is telling me that Muay Thai's roots could stretch back to, like, the 7th century.
Yeah, that's right.
Something about a hermit named Sukatanada. This dude supposedly started it all. That sounds like some Kung Fu Panda bullshit.
Well, the details are pretty hazy, you know, that far back. What's interesting to me, though, is how Muay Thai is, like, totally intertwined with Thai history. You know, the history of Thailand itself.
I can dig it.
Evolved from military training, played a role in actual war strategy, and gave rise to some absolute legendary fighters.
Legendary fighters.
Oh, yeah. Like who?
Like Naikanam Tom.
Naikanam Tom.
This dude supposedly beat 10 Burmese fighters in a row.
Burmese fighters, like at the same time.
Back to back to back.
Oh, my God. How the hell do you even survive that?
The story has become like this cornerstone of Muay Thai lore.
Oh, really?
They actually celebrate his victory every year on March 17th.
They do.
Whether it's entirely accurate,
Yeah.
who knows?
Sure.
But it definitely captures the spirit of this whole art.
10 fighters. I mean, that's okay, so we know it's old. Real old.
Yeah.
And it's hardcore. Super hardcore. What sets Muay Thai apart from just regular boxing?
It's the art of 8 limbs.
8 limbs.
That's what they call it. You're using your fists, elbows, knees, and shins. Shins?
Yeah, shins to strike.
Like kicking with your shin.
Full body arsenal, man.
Those shin kicks look brutal. I mean, how do those guys condition their shins to take that kind of impact? Wouldn't that just shatter your bones?
It's a gradual process. Basically, they repeatedly strike hard surfaces.
Hard surfaces like what?
Heavy bags, sometimes even ones filled with sand.
Sand.
Over time, all this repeated little trauma actually strengthens the bone.
So they're basically turning their shins into weapons.
Pretty much.
Oh my God. No wonder getting kicked by one of these guys feels like getting hit by a truck.
You're not too far off. The impact is devastating. But there's more to Muay Thai than just these brute force strikes.
Oh, really?
You got the clinch. That's where things get really interesting strategically speaking.
Clinching. Isn't that just like hugging your opponent?
Hold your horses.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's not a cuddle fest, all right. The clinch is this strategic grapple where you control your opponent.
Yeah.
You use your knees and elbows to inflict damage at close range.
So that's how they get those brutal knee strikes in. That's right.
It's like a whole different game when they get in close.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got powerful long-range strikes, devastating close-quarters grappling that's versatile as hell.
It's a seamless blend. That's what makes Muay Thai so unique.
Okay, so it's not just mindless brawling.
No.
There's strategy, there's technique involved too.
Ah.
What about all the ritualistic shit? Wikipedia is talking about this Mongkon headband.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, the Prajiad armbands.
the Prajiad armbands, right? That fighters wear. What's the deal with that stuff? Is that just fashion accessories or something?
No. This stuff is steeped in tradition.
Oh, really?
Back in the day when Siam was constantly at war.
Siam.
Yeah. Warriors would tear off pieces of a loved one's clothing, often their mother's, and wear them for good luck and protection.
So like a good luck charm from mommy.
It's deeper than that. It represents a connection to their past, their family, their roots, their gym even. It's a reminder of who they're fighting for.
I can dig it. And what about that Y Crew ceremony they do before each fight? It looks pretty intense, like they're summoning some ancient spirits or something.
It is intense, the White Crew. It's a beautiful pre-fight ritual. Pays homage to their teachers, their ancestors, and the art of Muay Thai itself.
So it's not just about beating the crap out of each other.
No.
There's this whole layer of respect and tradition woven into it.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to get why people are so drawn to this shit.
It's a captivating martial art.
It is.
It draws you in with the excitement of the fight, but then it reveals this whole history and philosophy. Keeps you hooked.
Okay, so we've covered the history, we've covered the techniques, we've even covered the spiritual side of things, but Wikipedia also mentions some, let's say, controversial aspects of Muay Thai.
Right.
We can't sugarcoat it. some really fucked up shit going on.
Yeah, we can't ignore the child fighters. It's a complex topic with serious ethical concerns.
Yeah, that shit is seriously messed up.
Yeah.
Kids getting into the ring at like 5 years old, I mean, their brains are still developing. That's way too young to be taking those kinds of hits.
There are some definite risks involved. Studies have shown that child boxers can suffer brain injuries, lower IQs, and even long-term health problems.
Damn. And it sounds like it's a pretty widespread problem. Wikipedia says there could be hundreds of thousands of child boxers.
Unfortunately, yeah. And there's been a lot of calls for better protection, better regulations for these young fighters. But it's a complex issue with a lot of different factors at play.
Like poverty, I guess,
Yeah.
right? I bet these families are desperate for money. These kids are seen as like a way out.
That's a big part of it. And then you've got gambling. So deeply ingrained in Muay Thai, there's a lot of money to be made. Sadly, it comes at the expense of these children's well-being. It's a really tough situation with no easy answers.
This deep dive is getting pretty damn deep. I think I need a drink.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's take a breather.
Yeah, let's take a breather. Come back and talk about the rise of Muay Thai in the modern world.
Right.
Talk about its global popularity, the influence of gambling, maybe even touch on some of the big names in the sport. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
So we just talked about some of the darker shit in Muay Thai, right? But let's switch gears a little bit and talk about its rise in popularity.
Okay.
This shit has gone global, man.
Muay Thai is definitely having a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, gyms are popping up everywhere. You see it in movies, and even those like boutique fitness studios are getting in on the action.
Right.
What's driving this surge of interest? Is it just another fitness fad or something?
It's definitely a hell of a workout.
Yeah.
High intensity, full body engagement. And I mean, let's face it, it's badass. People are tired of the same old treadmill routine. They want something that pushes them, something that makes them feel like a warrior.
So it's all about getting ripped and looking good in those little tiny Muay Thai shorts, huh?
There's that, of course. But I think there's something deeper too. Muay Thai instills discipline, mental toughness, self-confidence. It empowers you, man. Teaches you to face your fears and push your limits.
But it's not just about fitness, is it? I mean, it's still a combat sport of fighting art.
Right.
There's got to be more to it than just looking good in the mirror.
Absolutely. Muay Thai has become this global phenomenon. Competitions and training camps all over the world.
Really?
The International Federation of Muay Thai Amateur,
Yeah.
the IFA, they have over 128 member countries. And they're even trying to get into the Olympics.
The Olympics?
Yeah?
Are you serious?
Seriously.
Those stuffy-ass Olympics folks are going to let a bunch of Muay Thai fighters beat the shit out of each other.
Hey, they've already endorsed the IFMA, so it's a real possibility.
Yeah,
It'd be huge for the sport.
I bet.
Bring it even more mainstream
Okay.
recognition. Imagine Muay Thai right alongside judo and wrestling.
Oh my God.
It would be fucking epic.
From ancient battlefields to the Olympic arena. That's quite a journey.
It is.
But let's be real here. A big part of Muay Thai, especially in Thailand,
Yeah.
is gambling.
Yeah.
How does all that shady shit affect the sport?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's not always for the better.
You're right. Gambling is deeply ingrained in Muay Thai in Thailand. Brings in a ton of cash, but it also creates a breeding ground for corruption.
Yeah, like fight fixing and stuff. That shit's going to be rampant, right? I mean, with all that money on the line, someone's always going to be tempted to take a dive.
It's not uncommon, unfortunately. Fighters are sometimes offered huge sums to throw a fight.
Wow.
It's a dark side of the sport that casts a shadow on the skill and the dedication of the legitimate fighters.
Yeah, the ones who are really putting their heart and soul into it.
Exactly.
It's always about the goddamn money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even in a sport as steeped in tradition and spirituality as Muay Thai. Guess you can't escape the greed even in the ring.
It's a shame because at its core, Muay Thai is about so much more than just winning or losing. It's about pushing your limits, testing your mental and physical strength,
Right.
respecting your opponent, win or lose. It's about honor, respect, and the pursuit of excellence.
I get it. But those brutal knockouts and intense fights, those are a big part of the draw too. Right? It's like a modern-day gladiator spectacle. People love the raw power and the violence of it. It's primal.
There's no denying the visceral thrill of a Muay Thai fight. But for me, the real beauty is in the technique, the precision, the years of training that go into delivering these devastating strikes. It's like a deadly dance, a brutal ballet.
Okay, I can see that. There's definitely an art to it, even when things get bloody. Speaking of art, I've always been curious about those crazy-ass tattoos some Muay Thai fighters have. Are those just for show, or is there some deeper meaning behind them?
Those tattoos are called sakyat, and they're way more than just ink on skin.
Oh, yeah.
They're believed to hold magical powers, offer protection to the wearer. It's a tradition that goes back centuries, steeped in ancient beliefs and rituals.
Magic tattoos. Sounds like something straight out of a fantasy novel.
It might sound far-fetched, but these tattoos are taken very seriously in Thai culture.
They are.
They're often applied by Buddhist monks during sacred rituals, and each design is said to have specific powers, like warding off evil spirits, enhancing strength and agility.
Damn, that's some powerful ink.
Yeah.
So it's like spiritual armor etched right onto their skin.
Pretty much.
That makes those tattoos even more badass.
Absolutely. It adds another layer of depth and meaning to this already fascinating martial art. Shows how tradition and spirituality are woven into like every aspect of Muay Thai.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the ancient origins, the brutal techniques, the spiritual rituals, even magical fucking tattoos.
Yeah.
This Muay Thai thing is way more complicated than I initially thought. We've only scratched the surface, haven't we?
We've just scratched the surface. There's a whole world of Muay Thai out there.
Yeah.
From its regional variations to the stories of its legendary fighters, it's constantly evolving. It captures the imaginations of people all over the world.
So where do we go from here? I mean, we still got this stack of Wikipedia excerpts to go through.
Yeah.
What else should we be digging into?
Well, we could dive into the different styles of Muay Thai, like Muay Chaya and Muay Boran,
Muay Chaya.
or explore the cultural significance of the sport in Thai society. There's so much more to uncover.
Muay Chaya, that rings a bell. Didn't you mention something about that earlier?
Yeah, Muay Chaya is one of the regional styles of Muay Boran.
Okay.
Known for its emphasis on defensive techniques and powerful counterattacks, it's like the art of fighting smart, not just hard.
And Muay Boran is like the ancient OG version of Muay Thai, right? The granddaddy of it all.
Exactly. It's the precursor to modern Muay Thai, with techniques and rituals that have been passed down for generations. It's a glimpse into the past, a window into the heart of Muay Thai's origins.
All right, let's dive into that.
You got it.
Muay Boran it is. Let's get ancient up in this bitch. So
Yeah.
Muay Boran, the ancient stuff.
The ancient stuff.
Like straight up warrior monk shit, right?
Muay Boran. It means ancient boxing. This was the fighting system used by the Siamese military for centuries. This is the real deal, man. The roots of what you see in the ring today, but way more brutal, way more practical.
So this is where it all started.
This is it.
The OG Muay Thai before they like watered it down for the tourists and shit.
Way more comprehensive than modern Muay Thai.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking strikes, throws, grappling. Even some weapons-based combat.
Weapons. Now you're speaking my language. So these guys were going full ninja with swords and shit.
Well, not quite ninjas, but they did incorporate weapons like staffs, swords, and shields.
Holy shit.
Remember, this wasn't just a sport. This was a system designed for survival on the battlefield. You had to be ready for anything.
Damn. That makes it even more badass. So how did this ancient fighting style evolve into the Muay Thai that we know today? Was it just a bunch of hippies trying to make it more peaceful or something?
As Thailand modernized warfare changed, hand-to-hand combat became less important and organized sporting contests took over. They started phasing out the more brutal aspects of Muay Boran, like headbutts and groin strikes, mostly for safety reasons.
Yeah, you can't have dudes cracking each other's skulls open for entertainment.
Right.
At least not all the time, although I bet that would draw a crowd.
They brought in rules, timed rounds, boxing gloves. Muay Thai emerged as a more refined and spectator-friendly sport,
Okay.
while Muay Boran was preserved as more of a traditional art form.
I can dig it.
Think of it like the difference between a street fight and a UFC match.
So Muay Thai is like the polished modern version,
Yeah.
and Muay Boran is the raw vintage beast. I like it. Both have their appeal.
Exactly. While Muay Thai went global, Muay Boran is still practiced and revered in Thailand, mostly in demonstrations and cultural events. It's a way of keeping the traditions alive, honoring the history of the art.
So it's like a living museum piece.
Yeah.
You can see the DNA of Muay Thai in those ancient techniques. Pretty fucking cool, actually. Respect for the old ways.
It shows that even as Muay Thai evolves and adapts, its connection to its past remains strong. It's a reminder that even the most modern fighting arts, they have roots in ancient traditions. It's about more than just punching and kicking. It's about history, culture, and a warrior spirit.
All right, so we went deep on the history, the techniques, the spiritual side, the controversies, even the ancient origins of this whole Muay Thai thing. This deep dive has been a fucking eye-opener. I learned some shit today.
Muay Thai is a multifaceted martial art.
That's for sure.
It's a sport, an art form, a cultural phenomenon, a window into the history of Thailand.
Yeah, it's more than just guys beating the crap out of each other. There's a whole philosophy behind it, a respect for tradition, and a dedication to pushing your limits, both physical and mental.
You got it. It demands discipline, resilience, a willingness to confront your fears. That's what makes it so compelling, both to watch and to practice.
All right, folks, that's a wrap for our deep dive into the world of Muay Thai. We've covered a lot of ground, but there's always more to explore. This shit's a rabbit hole, man.
If this got you even a little bit interested, I encourage you to dig deeper. Learn more about the different styles, the culture, the history. Hell, maybe even try a class yourself. You might surprise yourself.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll see you in the ring someday. Just kidding. But seriously, if you're looking for a challenge, both physically and mentally, Muay Thai might just be the thing for you.
It's a journey worth taking.
All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Muay Thai. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay badass.